Yo! Sorry, I haven't been posting, man. It's been, man, a lot of stuff been going on. A lot of non-crypto and some crypto stuff too been going on. I know the market is very scary right now, and people are a little panicky. Listen, I feel you, man. We're all hurting. All our portfolios are hurting. This is looking like my portfolio is looking like it did like early November, maybe something like that. You know what I mean? So in the grand scheme of things, in the great timeline, it's not so bad. Okay, it's not so bad. Just be patient. I told you, I'm waiting for, the whale sell. You know what I mean? When whales dump, and they want to get rid of and offload a bunch of BTC. They want to, get their liquidity back. Sorry, I was lining up for the Bucks, but this line is just too long. I'm not staying there. They want to get their liquidity back. Maybe they want to bust some other moves, buy something else, etc., etc. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna dump their coin. And what's it called? They're not doing that right now, and I'm waiting for them to do that, so that I could do that as well. I throw my change in there and say, hey, poof, be gone. And I'm not doing that to get out. I'm doing that because I'm going to park it in Terra, get 20% staking for a year or so, and make 20% extra on my money in a bear market. And then when it hits the bottomy, somewhere around there, even if I miss the bottom by 10%, 20%, I'll be straight with that. Buy back in and have more BTC than I did before. And I like to measure the wealth in terms of BTC. I don't like to measure it, in terms of like dollar amount, right? Like I want to know how much BTC I got. So another thing is when it hits the bottom, right? The only place to go is up. So after it hits the bottom, it's basically as it grows from there, your portfolio just grows and grows and grows and grows and grows. My portfolio has roughly, the entire portfolio has done like 300% since the beginning of the year last year. So what it was looking like in January last year versus what it's looking like January this year, even though the price of Bitcoin is roughly the same, almost, right? My portfolio is still 3x, and then the price of Bitcoin is the same. And if we're still going in this bull run, then let's go. You know what I mean? I look at it as, as a bullish sign. And trust me, man, as these, you have these massive red days and these bearish market cycles, I'm looking for, maybe this is the top. Maybe I should sell. I'm just like you. You know what I'm saying? It hurts me too. You know what I mean? But I'm like, oh, portfolio, look where you were. Now look where you are. You know what I'm saying? But if I just focused on price, right? If I just focused on price, then I'd be in trouble, man. And the other thing is, if I'm stuck to a timeline of when, right? I can get myself in trouble, man. I can get myself in big trouble doing that. And so I don't, I try not to stay stuck to that kind of timeline of when. And I also try to remain patient. And I also try not to focus on price, because that's not the only thing. That's not the only important thing. Is price. It's not, right? Fundamentals are really what you want to look at. Anyway, wanted to talk to you about NFTs. NFTs. So NFTs, non-fungible tokens. These are like digitally scarce items that exist on the blockchain, but can be transferred from one person to another, but they can also be utilized within a platform. Okay, all right, man. I spent a significant amount, at least to me anyway, feels like it's significant to me, spent a significant amount in a game called Townstar. I broke up certain crypto positions, and exchanged those positions I had of crypto, which were great. Oh man, doing it, I was like, oh man, we're really gonna do this. Like, oh, is this really happening? Like, oh man, I don't know if I should do this. Oh, it hurts, because I'm seeing these positions and I'm seeing what we had. I'm seeing how much we had, and I was like, man, these are primed to do pretty good. If we just leave it alone and do pretty good. But I put it into Townstar, which is a game kind of like Clash of Clans and Farmville. And it's kind of like those kinds of games, right? But I put it in this game, and this Townstar, the stuff we got. I'm not gonna say what we got, okay? But we got some things that produce town coin, right? Which is the currency within Townstar, and that currency is tradable on exchanges. It even was listed on Coinbase Pro, which is crazy. And Townstar is only like a month old or so, or like not a month old. It's only like a couple months old, right? And I know, bro. Trust me, I know it sounds crazy, right? Like you're looking at an investor who talks about investments, discusses investments all the time. Understands the inner workings of blockchain and interoperability of different platforms in the blockchain and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? I feel it, man. And now we're talking about a game. We're talking about putting money into a game. And look, man, I thought the same thing. I was around when Mana was worth very, very little, like extremely little. You know what I mean? Decentraland was a very new concept. It was a very new idea, and I disrespected it. And I should have bought some land because now it's worth a lot. But I in my head, I was like, yo, if you're buying digital land, you're dumb. You're so dumb. Ugh, can't believe how dumb you are for buying digital land. And that's that's how I looked at it. You know what I'm saying? And man, I was so dumb for not buying it. The same way I disrespected BTC in the beginning, it came back to bite me in the end. And I'm telling you, I'm saying that to you, right? Like bro, in the years I've been in crypto, I have seen people who, now have a large sum of money because they put a relatively large sum of money, you know what I'm saying, into a game or into an NFT. And I was like, I can't believe they bought that for 10,000 or 15,000 or 5,000 or 30,000 or 80,000 or whatever they bought it for. But they bought it, right? And then, as the game progresses, as it expands, as it does well, so does their NFT. And they made money, really good money, from these little flips. And so, me and my boy, man, we're tired of sitting on the sidelines, hearing about these stories, watching these stories play out, and watching people, make oodles of money from having the cojones, the fortitude to jump in, man, And, obviously we made a strategic, approach, right? We were very strategic about it. We were very methodical about, whether or not this thing checks the boxes. And this Townstar thing, it checks a lot of the boxes. It's pretty new. It's early. It's a good game to play. It's fun, right? You don't need to pay to play it. You know what I'm saying? And you can still play to earn money in there. There's a lot of cool things about it. So it checks a lot of the boxes. The developer behind it is a real game developer that has, real games out there. They're in it to win it. They're not just, it's not just a money grab. It's not just a hot key item or a buzzword item to just throw onto their business strategy. So, I think it'll work out. What else, man? All right. So like in Towncoin, right? Let's say, and I am not saying I spent this much money, but let's just say you bought this thing called a Crane Bot. And this Crane Bot, this is just like one of the items. There's like hella items that you could buy. And this Crane Bot, I don't know, right? I'm about to tell you about this, okay? Look, this Crane Bot it costs about 15 grand, I think, to buy it. It costs $15,000 to buy a little game crane bot. And when you see this game, like this crane bot is like this big. You know what I mean? It's like this big on the screen. You know what I mean? It's like that big on the screen. Okay. And it's a little crane bot, and it crane bots things, and sorry, hold on. And so you buy this crane bot for 15 racks, right? Okay, and it makes you, man, I think it makes you 100 coin a day, man. Is it 100? I want to say it makes you 100 coin a day. Yeah, it makes you 100 coin a day. Does it? All right, let's just say, okay, makes you 100 coin a day, 100 town coin a day, right? And remember, town coin is tradable on an open market, right, on exchanges, right? And it's probably going to be available to more exchanges as the game progresses. So town coin, all right, so 100 coin a day, in a month, you make 3,000 coins, and a year, you make 36,000 coins, Right now, Town Coin is trading for 50 cents, a little bit above 50 cents, but let's just say 50 cents so that my brain doesn't fry from doing the math. That means that you make your money back in a year on this bot. But you make your money back and you still have the bot, which has value, right? In that year, in order to make the $15,000, you got to sell that coin at some point, right? And you sell that coin and you make your 15 grand back, and now you have a crane bot that makes $15,000 a year, and you also have $15,000 in your pocket. Now, here's the fun part. All right, so here's the thing, right? Now you have 36,000 Town Coin. Town Coin, around mid-November, was actually worth $2, right? So yeah, at 50 cents, you make your money back, but at $2, $2. So at 50 cents, you make your money back. Now at $2, you put 15,000 in, and you go from making 15,000 in a year, and if it goes up to $2, then you make 72 grand in a year because you're earning $36,000 worth of 36,000 Town Coin, actual coin, right? So 36,000 Town Coin times 2, 72 grand. You went from making 15 grand to 72 grand. Obviously you made your money back and then some, and you still got the NFT. You can sell the NFT. Now, if the NFT is selling for $15,000 and it makes you 15 grand in a year, it'll probably sell for upwards of 70 grand if it makes you 70 grand in a year, Because as the value of Town Coin goes up, so does the value of the NFTs that produce Town Coin. All right, now look, we're not stopping there. So, check this out. Axie Infinity is another play-to-earn game that became very popular, and it debuted at 20 cents. And kids love to play this game. I never played the game. I don't even know how the game is played. I just looked at, the case study of the price action of the coin Axie Infinity. However, dude, let me tell you, there's like a 10-year-old in India, there's like 12-year-olds in Thailand, there's some 15-year-old kid in the Ukraine, okay, who is a millionaire from playing this game Axie Infinity. Axie Infinity went from 20 cents to $173. Now, if you had 3,000 of these, if you had 3,000 of these, you know what I'm saying? If you had 5,000 of these, 10,000 of these coins from playing this game all day, every day, and saying, "Ma, I ain't doing that school. You know what I mean? I'm playing this game. You need to get on this game, Ma." You know what I mean? Leave me alone. No, I don't want to eat. You know what I mean? If you have that amount of coin from those games, and the price action goes as high as $173, yes, you are a millionaire. You know what I mean? And everybody wants to be a millionaire, dude. If I made 70 grand If I bought a crane bot and if I made 70 G's off a crane bot in a year, bro, let's be honest, bro. After taxes, I'm making more than a lot of you watching this. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta put things in perspective. Do I gotta make $1 million in a year? I really don't. You know what I mean? Imagine from a game, you're able to like not work and just make money from a game. That's pretty tight. You know what I mean? It's pretty good. And in some cases, make more money than you were making when you were working. That's pretty cool. And maybe this game. Here's the thing about games, right? Games have a life cycle. Games have a life cycle. Games. This game might be hot for now, might not be hot later. You know what I mean? It might be whack later, and the kids might stop playing it. Maybe you get a good year or two out of the game, of it, really doing well. So what? You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, if you just saved your money, let's say you did make 70 grand from putting 15 grand down, you made 70 grand in a year, let's just say, and you banked that whole 70 grand. And at the end of the year, you still kept working the whole year and all of that. And at the end of the year, you banked all that money and it was worth 70 grand and you sold it. And instead of buying an NFT for 15 G's, you bought an NFT for 70. Oh yeah. If you bought an NFT for 70 in a new game, a game that is now becoming, the next, Town Star or the next Axie Infinity or whatever it is. But then you pop into this new game and you play it. Dude, these kids became millionaires and they didn't have 20 grand to throw into something, 10 grand to throw into an NFT for it. There was just straight hustle, straight work on that game in order to get the money, Dude, like if you just paid the money, you know what I'm saying? You like, all right, here's the other thing, right? All right, so you're collecting 36,000 Town Coin. Look, remember, Axie Infinity, it went from 20 cents to $173. Look, I'm not even saying that Town Coin goes that high, right? I mean, if it just goes from where it's at right now to $5, right? That's 180 grand, you know what I'm saying, in a year. If it goes to $10, that's 360 G's in a year from putting a $15,000 investment down. Do you know how much your crane bot will be worth at that point? Ugh. Your crane bot will probably be worth like 200. If you're making 360 grand a year off a crane bot, your crane bot is probably worth 200 to 300K from a $15,000 investment. You want to liquidate your entire Town Star position. You know what I'm saying? You dump all your coin for 360 grand. You dump your crane bot for 200K, and now you just exited a $500,000 position from $15,000 in a year. Stop. So like investing in coin is really great. I do think it's really great, and I don't think that with play to earn gaming, it's just like buying a coin sometimes. The timing of it is crucial. What you do, the strategy, what you buy, how you play it, all of that plays into a factor. But don't be fooled and don't disrespect the notion that this, man, you're putting money into games, you idiot. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. It's not wise, man. You really don't know what's happening right now. This is the metaverse. You know what I'm saying? The metaverse is not just a VR thing. It's engaging in the metaverse to derive value that would translate and be useful in your real life when you get out of the metaverse. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're talking about here. Yo, your kids do it. Your kids play Roblox. My kids play Roblox. Your kids do it, bro. Your kids do it. Your kids in the real world talk about giving each other Roblox. My niece, she was going to sell or buy a Game Boy, whatever, Nintendo DS, from her cousin for Robux. That's not Roblox, Robux, which is the dollars in Roblox. The only thing is that Robux is not on a blockchain, so it's not a decentralized currency. And it's not available on exchanges. It's only available in Roblox, so only the Roblox people make money. Gala Games is coming out with a game called Mirandus. Walking Dead is coming out with a game. And all these games, you know, you can buy things. They're not out yet. They're new. I'm telling you some new stuff, right? Even Townstar is new, but these haven't dropped yet. You know what I'm saying? And people are buying land, and people are buying avatars, and you know, because one, these games look like they're hella dope to play, and two, there's an economy within them that will produce, you know, income. I don't know, man. I can't put it any plainer than that. I know it's crazy, you know, but you know, here's what you got to understand, right? Okay, you driving 20, 30 minutes, an hour, 45 minutes to your job to sit in a cubicle, okay? You know, you're doing that for money. And that's fine. You do that for 8 hours, and then they count how many hours you played, and boom, you know, you get paid your little check, right? You're not your little check, sorry, but you get paid your check. Maybe it's not little. But there's other people out here that you can't be mad at it, man. There's other people out here. They're not doing that. They're sitting at home. They're having fun. They're enjoying themselves. They're completing quests. They're accomplishing little missions and goals and stuff like that. And they're making money, and they make more money than you. And me. More money than me, too. You know what I mean? So, you know, it is what it is. It's up to you at the end of the day. You decide. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not, you know, I'm just saying it's something you might want to look into. You may be 30 and 40 and 50 and 60 years old watching this video, and it's something you should look into, especially if you need the money. So yeah, man, that is my 2 cents. Love you. Be safe. Peace.